It's easy to celebrate the beginning, but what happens when the excitement wears off? Welcome back to Coming Home Daily, a weekday devotional practice for intentional living. I'm your intentional living guide, Christian, and if you're ready, let's read. I love new beginnings. I really do. I love the excitement of all the possibilities. In the beginning, no one expects perfection because you're just trying something new. People cheer you on for taking the leap. They celebrate your courage. Everything feels fresh, hopeful, and full of potential. But eventually, the beginning ends. What comes next is what I often call the messy middle. It's the part where the novelty wears off. You're no longer a beginner, but you're not quite where you hope to be either. You've learned enough to realize just how much there still is to learn, and the applause gets quieter, the progress feels slower, the work starts looking ordinary, and if you're not careful, you'll mistake the quiet for failure. I remember when I first started using my voice on social media. Those first posts received so much encouragement and engagement. People I knew, people who had been telling me privately that our conversations had helped them, liked, commented, and celebrated that I had finally started to share more publicly. And then a few months later, everything got quieter. The newness had worn off. The applause wasn't quite as loud. I started wondering if I was doing something wrong. Maybe I needed to change something. Maybe I needed to change everything. Maybe I'd missed the secret everyone else seemed to know. This is exactly the season that these kinds of devotionals are made for. Not just the exciting beginning, but the quiet middle too. Subscribe, and I'll be here for both. Now, here's what I eventually realized I wasn't building for applause, I was building a foundation. Foundations aren't exactly exciting to watch. They're poured slowly, layer by layer. Most of the work happens where no one ever sees it, but they're the reason a building remains standing when the storms come. I realized I didn't want to build something that only lasted as long as people's attention. I wanted to build something sustainable, something that could continue serving people long after the excitement of the beginning had faded. That realization changed how I measured my progress. Instead of asking, is anyone paying attention? I started asking, am I becoming the person I want to be? I've also learned that sometimes the best thing you can do in the messy middle is step away from the noise long enough to remember why you started in the first place. When you reconnect with your purpose, the applause matters a whole lot less. So, if today feels quieter than it did when you first began, don't assume you've chosen the wrong path. Maybe you've simply reached the place where the real growth begins. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep laying one brick at a time. One day you'll look back and realize the quiet seasons were building something stronger than excitement ever could. And here's your reflection question for the day. Where are you tempted to quit simply because the work has become quieter? And you can repeat this affirmation. Today, I come home to commitment. I release the need for constant validation. I choose to keep showing up with intention. I trust the quiet seasons are building strong foundations. Foundations get built one quiet layer at a time. And honestly, so does this channel. If you want to be a part of that, then subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. And if you're ready to start living more intentionally, grab the free Intentional Living Starter Kit. It'll be linked below. And until I see you next time, stay intentional and keep coming home.